Gentlemen, what would you do to test your lady's loyalty? John and Daniela have been together for 4 years. Everything has been going smoothly, and John truly believes that Daniela is the woman for him. Throughout their relationship, Daniela is a student in medical school, and John has a, average paying job. He earns roughly $800 a month. So he's not broke, he's not impoverished, but he's also not balling. Throughout the relationship, Daniela has never seemed to mind. They've been on the same path, have the same vision for their future. So John is like, nah, this woman is the woman for me. I've planned to marry her. So he calls up his friend of over 10 years, Jude, and says, yo, Jude, my guy, I'm ready to propose and marry Daniela. Jude says, whoa, sounds like a plan. Are you ready? He said, yes. So John goes about putting things together to plan his proposal and eventual marriage to Daniela. On one fine random day, he's in a public transport car heading home, and he opens his betting app. He indulges every now and then. So he opens his betting app and finds out that he has hit the jackpot. He has won $1 million. In his excitement, he gets up, he starts shouting, he gets down from the car, bouncing all around. He picks up his phone, calls Jude and says, yo, my guy, I have won $1 million. I am sorted for life. I can marry Daniela. Jude says, yo, my guy, that'd be cool. I'm happy for you, but are you sure? John's like, what do you mean? Am I sure? I've been sure for the past 4 years. What again? Jude says, look, let's just see something. If she would still stay, if she had the money instead of you. So reluctantly, John says, okay, sure. So Jude concocts a plan where he decides that they are going to create a mock version of the betting app, similar to Stake. Create a fake version of it, and on it, they're going to encourage Daniela to try her hands, send a fake message of her winning money, and see what she does. John, again, still a little reluctant, but says, okay, sure, fine. So they set that up behind the scenes, and then John calls Daniela and says, baby girl, my darling, I have just won $1,000 on this betting app. I think you might be interested in trying your hands at it. You try it and see what you end up with. Daniela is a little reluctant. She's like, I don't bet. I don't know what you're talking about. Why suddenly? He's like, I've won $1,000. So you two, let's see if you two can also win something. She says, okay, fine. She'll give it a try. Later that evening, with the information given to her by John, Daniela opens the website, sees all the things needed, puts in some money, and prepares to bet. She then gets a message announcing that she has just won $500,000
oh my God.
On this betting app. Now, please note, this message is all fake, coming from the side of Jude. But Daniela doesn't know this. So she's excited, she's overjoyed, but she's still a little skeptical because that's $500,000. That's a lot of money. So she doesn't say anything, she keeps quiet. So few days go by. John, on his end, knowing that they have sent this fake message to Daniela, is expecting her to call him. Doesn't say anything. So he gives her a call and says, hey baby girl, how are you? What you been up to? I'm just checking in. She's like, oh, she's fine, she's doing well, yada yada. It's like, so how did you try the betting thing I told you? How did it go? She goes, I lost all the money. I've lost it. He says, okay, sure. Now, Jude decides to push this a little further. He goes, okay, maybe she just doesn't believe the money is real. So Jude says he's going to pretend to be one of these fake agents and give her a call. So Jude changes his accent and his voice, and he gives her a call and says, hello, madam. You have just won $500,000, and the money will be made available to you in a week. On the phone, Daniela is excited. She's happy. She's like, wow, this is really real. And they hang up. Again, John waits patiently for his love of his life to send him a message and let him know, but again, radio silence. Few days go by, and eventually, John and Jude find out that Daniela has left. She has jetted off to a different city, a different life promised to her from that betting money. Unfortunately, at this point, she doesn't know it's fake. But heartbroken and devastated, John says he's not even going to call her, ask her any questions, text her, find out, inform her, nothing. He's going to block her, delete her number, remove her from his life, and go and find something else to do with his real life $1 million that he has won. Because again, she doesn't know he won money. So John cuts all communication with Daniela and leaves. Heartbroken, he spends another year trying to fix his life. You know, money can fix a lot of things, and part of it is a heartbreak. He starts to rebuild his life, traveling the world, living his best life, and enjoying his 1 year. 1 year later, as he is home, he gets a knock on the door and a delivery announcing that he is being sued by Daniela for intentional infliction of emotional distress and fraud, claiming that the fake jackpot caused her emotional and psychological harm. At this point, John can't believe it. After everything, after she finished betraying him, lying to him, leaving him, she has come back for more. And that's our entangled web. Do you have any advice for John? That's all we've got for you today. Follow us on all social media platforms and catch us in another episode. Bye.